By the looks of it, I think we can expect it to be up and running by the 7th. What do you think? The 7th? Well, give or take a day, sure, assuming we don't run into any major setbacks. Yes, of course, we are bound to hit a few bumps in the road along the way, but there is nothing we can't handle. Yesterday, I was at a coffee shop and I was having a cup of coffee, minding my own business. When I started to get distracted by a conversation that has having on at another table, there was a group of young men. There must have been five or six of them. If I were to guess, they were teenagers. Anyway, they were having a very heated discussion about the new Avengers movies. You think they would be careful about describing the details from the movie when uh, in the public place like that, but they seem way too excited to care. I mean, I was lucky. I had already seen the movie. Otherwise, it would have completely ruined the movie for me. So, if you haven't seen the movie yet and are planning to, just be careful when you are out in public. And if you happen to hear anything that sounds remotely related to the movie, just shut your ears and get out of there. Yesterday, I was at a park with my dog and I got into conversation with this stranger. And I noticed that he used the English word treat instead of 간식, which immediately caught my attention because that wasn't one of those English words that is typically used with Korean. That alone was pretty clear indication he had a certain level of comfort with English language. I put together the list of things we need to do this week. And I tried to include everything we discussed this morning. But I'd like it if we go over it together and make sure nothing has been left out. I did my best to put it in chronological order, but if you feel we need to make any changes, please let me know. My parents and I hardly ever exchange gifts. I sometimes write a small card, write a small card, but it's only even on special occasions. Most of the time, we just go to a nice place to eat and spend some time together. And I feel like I should get them something. I just give them some money more often than anything else. Uh, Honestly, I used to think voice phishing was really stupid. I used to think, how could anyone fall for something like that? But I gotta say, it's one thing to hear about it. Uh, it's one thing uh, that happening to others. It's one thing to hear about the voice phishing happening to others is whole not a thing to have it happen to you. And it not only changed the way I think about the voice missing, it completely changed the way I felt about mm, privacy, and it completely changed the way I handled my private information online. At my last job, we organized a group of higher level students to assist lower level students. We started as a desperate attempt to provide the beginner with more frequent feedback, but it did more than just that. You see, many of higher level students at the time felt like they had hit a plateau, as many often do. But by taking the responsibility of teaching someone else, it motivated them to upgrade their game and improve. And Dwayne Johnson and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't think it's a very fair comparison. Well, it's true. Dwayne is a very talented and accomplished actor, but he isn't nearly as charismatic as Arnold. And when it comes to over impact in Hollywood, Dwayne doesn't even come close to what Arnold has done. I get asked every now and then about how I got into coach speech. Frankly, I'm not sure. It just sort of happened. When I was finishing the training of comedy, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to focus on something that would allow me to give that a try. No, something that would allow me to develop a specific set of skills. A friend of mine happened to be coaching speech at the time, and I decided to give that a try while I tried to figure something out in terms of my long term goals. I was lucky enough to come across good work opportunities, and I gradually found myself really caring really caring about the work, and I've never looked back once.